Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Shark Scrapper channel. It is another beautiful morning here in Northeast Florida, and we are back out on the streets looking for that scrap that ought to be going to the recycle yard instead of ending up in the landfill. I hope you're having a great day. I am. And even though it just got started, the best part was I woke up on the right side of the grass this morning, the green side. Anytime you're on the green side of the grass, it's a good day. All right, let's go see what kind of scrap we can find today. And our first pickup of the day is ubiquitous wire shelving. Isn't that sweet? Man, that is a long piece of wire shelving too. Hey, good morning. Let's see if we can bend this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, we'll figure out what to do with that when we put more stuff back there. Be nice to get that sink out of there, but that's not going to happen. Although we will get some brass. Brass is always cool. There's a guy sitting there watching me. All right, well, as you noticed, there's some stuff in the back of the truck. I was working on computers, so I got some computer shells back there, and I had planned to take that to the yard yesterday so I would have an empty truck. But we had a hellacious thunderstorm, so that did not happen. Hey, these are always cool. Oh, look at that. Somebody even put a little line around it to help keep it together. Oh man, you're a heavy one too. It's an awkward load today anyway, so we'll see how it all plays out. For now, we'll do that again. Okay, neither of you are terribly heavy, so let's that's going to continue to be a problem. Alright, I think we're going to get you in here first. You're just a little awkward, but not terribly difficult. And you're going to be like a spring holding everything in place. That is not going to work. That is going to fall right out. There we go. There we are. Now we're not going anywhere. All right, well, that was a nice find. A very nice find. And we may be done for the day. We may just head on back to the ranch, process that stuff. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is get into this part of the AC unit. This should be relatively simple. You see we've got a heat exchanger, radiator there to pull out. We've got a fan motor there, and we've got some wire and controller there. And then there's copper piping in there. It'll be number 2. I don't know if there'll be a length long enough to be able to get free of solder and stuff like that, but still, number 2 isn't anything to shake a stick at. All right, so we're going to get to work on this. I think what I'm going to do is, rather than record the whole thing, you've seen plenty of people take apart AC units. I'm just going to kind of go, step by step, talk about some things as we go along here. So, for instance, there's a capacitor. All right. Now I found this on the street. I have no idea how long it was sitting out, so I'm going to be careful to discharge the capacitor before I mess with it, just to be on the safe side. It's probably not a big deal, but it's also easy enough to ground it out and not worry about it. Lots of wiring here with a low-grade board inside there, and then of course the radiator. So we got the first of the radiators out of the whole system. This is what would be inside, and you can see here, you've seen these before from folks that specialize in this kind of stuff. Copper pipes running through here, and what I need to do now is separate this copper, the copper noodles, and the steel, and then we've got a nice copper aluminum radiator here. I've also seen some folks that have gone through the trouble of cutting the aluminum from the copper pipe that's inside there. I don't know if I'm going to go through all that trouble. It's not my specialty. So for me, this is an interesting oddity, because I don't usually find these. So I'm just having fun actually putting my hands on one rather than watching somebody else do it. It's still pretty early in the morning, so I don't want to get my saws all going and make all kinds of noise, so I'm just going to set this aside for now, which is fine because I'll be doing a steel run today, so the aluminum and the copper has time to wait, and when I get it broken down like this, it's not taking up that much space. Alright, so we've removed all the electronics, and here's what we end up with. We have a little low-grade board. I'll probably pull off this IC chip, but otherwise a low-grade board here. This probably has silver contacts inside of it, so I'll bust this open and see if there's silver contacts in there. A transformer, a heat switch, temperature type switch, and then this one also, and I'm going to bust this open to see. It sounds by the clicking like it's some sort of bimetallic type switch. I'm going to bust it open just out of curiosity. And again, this one probably has silver contacts in it as well. So we'll bust this open. Maybe if that survives, that can go in the low-grade boards, and we'll see what's inside there. Now, I'm not going to bother taking this off of the rest of the frame. That's just all shred. There is the heating element down here. So it looks like that's going to come out pretty easily. And so we'll take that aside. I think that's called Manel. So we'll pull that heating element out. I've never sold that before. I don't know where the market is for that, but it won't hurt me to hang on to it for a little bit and talk to my non-ferrous guys and see if that's something they're interested in, or even the other yard. So, all right, and then we get on to the big guy. So, I took the top off. And you can see there's the motor with the fan that runs the air through there to cool things. Well, or at least to do the heat exchange. You can see the noodles at the end of the aluminum copper radiator. Here's the electronics for the fan. We'll cut that all open. This is weird. The sealed unit is gone. So that was pulled out of here. So we've just got the copper piping, filters in here. This is kind of strange why this was left on the street for trash. But anyway, we're going to finish getting at the rest of this, and I'll show you the piece parts. Now here we have the electronics running the outside fan unit. There's the compressor, a capacitor. My capacitor actually failed. They had to replace mine once. So anyway, again, I suspect that's probably been a long time since that was charged, but I'm going to be careful with it. We have a switch there. We'll be pulling for silver contacts and a low-grade board. We'll pull the IC off of that, and then we're going to look inside the black boxes. Those are maybe little tiny silver nubs inside those as well. Well, there we have it. Copper aluminum radiator. I still have to cut off the little bit of steel and the noodles. I'm just going to take that in as a clean copper aluminum radiator after I cut those off. We have a bucket full of small shred. Those filters are all steel cases, so those are just going to go in as they are. We got some insulated copper wire. Some of it was pretty good, so I'm calling some of it number 2, some of it number 1. Then we got a bunch of shred and a bunch of copper and another copper aluminum red. So, and 2 motors. I'm hoping they're copper windings, but we won't know until we get in there. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get the stuff loaded up here. I might bust down another computer or two before I head over to the yard. It's still early enough that I have a little bit of time, so I might as well. What's up, my friend?
You got it, boss man. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome.
How y'all doing today? Okay, thank you. That's your girlfriend you don't like anymore? Old girlfriend, trash. Throw it out. Trash, forget her.
My viewers have been wondering what you've been up to, man.
Really good.
Like, where's Willie?
Hardly working, that's all. So, 1,200 pounds of computers that we did?
Uh-huh.
Bad every month?
No.
No?
No, I tried to buy
I figured they wouldn't do something.
I tried to buy from you. Matt was good at it. He just, the worst part is he shined me on. He kind of ain't. Well, these guys love listening to their music while they're working, and I can't say as I really blame them all that much. But that means we can't listen to the real audio. So let's go ahead. That's Mike, by the way, Muscle Mike there. Let's go ahead and see how we did. The shred or appliance was 380 pounds, and that's at 0.75 cents a pound. So that was a total of $14.25. And then we had power supplies without wire. And unfortunately, some chucklehead cut some of the wire off of some of the power supplies from the computers I was scrapping. So, you know, that was kind of a waste of time. Anyway, it was 7 pounds of those. And they're 8 cents a pound, so that's a whopping 56 cents. We had 86 pounds of power supplies with the wire, and at 13 cents a pound, that's given us 11.18. And then we wrap up with high-grade boards, 46 pounds at $1.25 a pound. There you see Wendell's over there checking out the boards. He's trying to, it was 2 bins. One of them were motherboards from computers, and the other ones were from those DR600s. So he was trying to figure out how he was going to grade those, and so we finally agreed that they were high-grade boards. So that was cool. So anyway, 46 pounds of high-grade boards there for $57.50. So anyway, not a bad day. And you know, a total of $83.49. All right, well, I'm gonna drop that pallet off, go get paid, and we will see you all later on.